Welcome back everybody to the daily show where we discuss and do technical analysis on big mega cap stocks. So before we get started, please smash that like button, and 100 plus likes on this video would be greatly appreciated, guys. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Now if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, live trading, and all kinds of setups, definitely check out their link down below in the description for Patreon. And now let's get right into it, guys. On Apple, stock is down 1.92%, so Apple again down on the day. Now we talked about it last night in my video that Apple needs to get above 173, otherwise you're going to see Apple coming back, and then in that case it needs to hold above 20-day moving average right here, 171.51. And look at this move here on Apple stock today. Got up to 173 plus, and then a massive rejection, came back, took out 20-day moving average 171.51, also took out 170, and now trading at 169.38 at the closing. So here on Apple, guys, now it's trading below all these moving averages again, and that is not looking bullish in the short term. We do have earnings coming up next month. Now here on Apple, the next stop and the next big support, 166 to the upside. It needs to get above 170, and once we get above 170 here on Apple, then watch out, there will be resistance at 171.51, 20-day moving average, and then 173. Apple can clear and hold 173 at some point, then definitely you're going to see Apple breaking out and possibly going even higher. Until then, guys, this is going to be a strong support to watch on a pullback right here, 166. So keep an eye on that, and that can possibly happen this week. On Meta, it's absolutely flat on the day, and Meta got up to the resistance right here, 504, 505, and getting a rejection from there, and now pulling back and trading below 500. So your line the sand for Meta here going into tomorrow's session will be right down here. That's going to be 490, and then lower Bollinger Band, which is sitting at 483.43. That's going to be a support to watch also below 490, and then this gap 469. Now Meta can clear, I would say, 505 to 506, 20-day moving average right here. Then you're going to see continuation, possibly going back up to 5-day moving average 511, and also can retest this trend line right here, and above 511 this thing can move even higher up to 520. And once we get up to 520 plus, then we can possibly talk about more upside on Meta. Until then, guys, this is actually coming down, and as soon as Meta takes out this low down here 490, there is a good chance even before earnings this thing can come down and close this gap down here 469, or we might just go flat for a few days. This could turn into a bear flag, and then you could see a dump off all the way down to this gap 469. But anytime you see Meta breaking above 506 to 505 and then also taking out 511, in that case this thing will run back up to the upside, back up to 520 and possibly even higher. On Tesla, stock is down 2.71%, and another massive dump off on Tesla. Another gap down from 161.38, getting down to 153.75. And I was going to actually get some calls today on Tesla, but not hitting my level right here. 152 came really close and then went back up, and now trading just above 157. So here on Tesla, guys, there will be resistance at 160 to 161.38. Above that, 165, and then 171.43, 20-day moving average, and Tesla can clear all that. Then watch out for a move all the way up to 180. Now below 160, there will be strong support and this gap right here at 152. So watch out, Tesla might be coming down here early as tomorrow to close this gap at 152. On AMD, it's up almost 2%, so AMD getting up to 164 plus and retesting negative sloping 5-day moving average sitting at 164.94, and also retesting this previous all-time highs and this support right here. Now there is a resistance right here, and AMD cannot break this resistance, came back, and now it's up on the day, but it's down here below 164, trading at 163.46. And going into tomorrow, guys, AMD here, yes, this thing can push higher. This gap is not too far away. So AMD can clear 164 right here to 165. 5-day moving average, you're going to see a quick trip up to this gap, 166.55, and above that level, more upside all the way up to right here, 13-day moving average, and that is sitting at around 171, and then 20-day also sitting right here on top, 174. Now AMD can clear all that, then we can talk about a lot more upside on AMD. Right now, it's a strong downtrend on AMD, and as long as AMD stays under 164 to 165, the next support will be down here, lower Bollinger Band, close to 160, and 160 gives up, you're going to see a dump off all the way down to this gap, 148.75. On Amazon stock, it's absolutely flat on the day, only down 0.16%, and Amazon getting a rejection from 185, pulling back and now trading above rising 20-day moving average 181.87. So that's going to be your line in the sand. I would say 182. Below that, you're going to see Amazon pulling back even harder down to 180. And then we do have strong support down here, 50-day moving average 176.67. To the upside, Amazon now needs to get above 183.73, and Amazon can clear that. Then watch out for the resistance at 185, and once we get above 185 on Amazon, then there will be more upside and possibly Amazon going back up to 190 again. On Google, stock is down 0.21%, so Google getting up to 157.23, and now again getting down to pretty much exactly 155 and trading above 155 into closing. So Google here, guys, trend might be changing here on Google stock. And if that happens, you see Google actually under 20-day moving average at some point, which is sitting at 154.20. So Google, I would say it takes out 155 to 154 right here. You're going to see immediate dump off all the way down to 148, and then this gap just below 145. Now, as long as Google can stay above rising 20-day moving average 154.20, and so far it's holding and respecting 155. Then watch out, Google can continue this move back up to 158. 5-day moving average 160, and then 162. On Microsoft, it's up 0.23%, and we do have earnings coming up here on Microsoft, and that is next week. Also, guys, Microsoft just trading in this range right here. 413 support, 415 resistant right here. Got up to 418 plus today, but you can see this candle right here, massive rejection, and pretty much closing at the low of the day and holding above support right here, 413. Now we cannot ignore the fact that we got this big bearish engulfing candle, and there might be some follow through going into tomorrow's session. And if this thing takes out 413, you're going to see immediate dump off all the way down to this gap, 405.68. Now Microsoft can break and hold 415, then there will be more upside all the way up to 420 and possibly up to even 422.67 20-day moving average, and Microsoft can clear all that, then Microsoft heading even higher back up to 430. On Nvidia stock, it's up 1.64%, so Nvidia finally after a long time, and that is actually costing a lot of money to trade Nvidia stock. I actually got in here on Nvidia, and that was actually in the morning, so this thing paid only 25%. I actually got some puts at 878 and got out at 867 for a nice juicy profit, but that is it. You're not going to get that much. And guess what, guys? Way out of the money puts. 805 puts. It was costing me almost $5 a piece. And what I got in return, only 25%. And then if I was holding for more, guess what? Now it's trading at 874, so I would get nothing. So I actually shorted at 878 and got out at 867, and that was it. And I actually told myself that I'm not trading Nvidia anymore, at least at this range where options are costing, it's way out of the money, guys. $80 out of the money puts costing me $5 a piece. I'm not buying this crap anymore. Absolutely not. And Nvidia, yes, it's moving. You can make money off of it, but risk to reward ratio is very low. If I'm spending like 5 grand on 10 contracts, I need to make at least 2.5 grand. If I'm making like, five, 600,000 bucks, that is not enough. And that is why Nvidia definitely not worth trading, especially for retail traders and investors. Unless we get a big dip on Nvidia stock, then yes, that's gonna be something to watch whenever we get that. Now today you can see why I shorted right here. Look at this, guys, right here, 878.51 exactly, and I shorted right here. 5-day moving average got up to 878, and a rejection from there, came back, went back up to 881, and now trading at 874. So this thing came back. Luckily, I got out, went back up to 881. Then again, got another rejection right here from this moving average right here, 5-day and 13-day, and now trading at 874, below these moving averages right here. So here on Nvidia, above 878 to 880, you're going to see a move up to 894, and then 900, and then 926. And below 878 to 880, if this thing cannot break out, then watch out for a dump off down to 840, and then 50-day moving average right here, 833, and then this gap, 823. On Netflix is up 1.71%, and look at this move here on Netflix from 607.50 got up to 622.45, and look at the rejection right here, 621.50. That is where 20-day moving average sitting, and then from there we got a rejection, and now it's trading at 617.52, not holding anything, and critical support is down here 604, and then 50-day moving average 602, 600, 588, and then this gap 575.78. Now Netflix definitely not worth touching trading this week. We do have earnings coming out this week on Thursday. Now to the upside, tomorrow Netflix can actually take out 621.50. Then you'll see Netflix going all the way back up to 630, and then possibly up to even 638 to 639. And that's going to be a target to watch if this thing actually gets that breakout over 20-day moving average 621.50. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.